Good day everyone. Today I will be teaching you how to maximize the use of Microsoft Word in making a multiple choice quiz with the use of the equation format. So we have here these 10 topics that will be serve as guide on making our quiz. We have here operations on fractions, absolute value equations, rational expressions, systems of linear equations, rational exponents, trigonometric ratios, sequence and series, permutations, limit of a function, and an integral of a polynomial. So first, let's make an item for the operations on fractions. So we will be simulating it also, but first, um, if you don't know how to use the equation format, we have just here to click the equation here. That's that. And the other one is for the shortcut is you have to click the alt and then the plus sign. So for demonstration, that is alt plus. So that's it. So that is our equation format there. So for our operations on fractions, let's say if you add 2 over 3 and 3 over 4, what is its resulting number? So as you can see, 2 and 2 over 3 and 3 over 4 is pretty bland. So we will be using the equation format to make it more presentable. So just click alt plus, then choose the fraction structure. So you have different choices here, but I will choose this stacked fraction. So let's insert here 2 over 3, and also for the 3 over 4, click alt plus, pick the fraction, and just type 3 over 4. So what is its resulting number? So I will be simulating the answers. So make sure that when making a multiple choice quiz, you will maximize the use of plausible distractors to make the quiz more reliable and valid. So for letter A, I will be simulating this now. Excuse me. So this is for our first item, very first item. So next is the absolute value equations. So let's say we will find the values of x in an absolute value equation. Let's say this. Excuse me. What is the value or values of x in the equation? So for the absolute value structure, we can find it here in the bracket structures. So here it is. Let's say we have an equation 2x minus 5 equals 1. So that is basically our question. So for the answer, it is pretty obvious and pretty simple. So you will have two values of x when we use the property of absolute value equations. So I'll be simulating the choices, and before I forgot, if you are making your multiple choice quiz, make sure to highlight your answer for your answer key to avoid confusions. So here the correct answer is 17/12, so we'll be highlighting it. So for our second item, I will be simulating it now. Make sure to align the choices for formalities. So for our letter D, you have here x equals 3 or 5. So that's pretty much it for our second item. So for the rational expressions, let's say we have we'll find the domain of a function. Let's say what is the domain of the function. Let's use the equation format. F of x equals, let's use some rational functions. Let's say 3x squared. 3, we have here from the script structure, we have here 3x squared minus 6x minus 2 over 2x minus 8. So that's it for our question. Sorry. Here. So when finding the domain of a function, basically we just get the denominator and set it not equal to 0 and solve for x. So 2x minus 8 equals 0. Divide both sides. Add both sides 8. Then the result will be 2x equals 8. Divide both sides by 2. The result will be 4. So therefore the domain of our function is all real numbers except 4. Right? So I'll be now simulating the answers. Let's have here this. So that's pretty much it for our item number 3. So let's highlight the correct answer. That's it. So for the next item, the systems of linear equations. Let's move forward. Let's say what is the value of x, y, and z. Excuse me. In the following system of linear equations. Let's say we have here our equations. We have x plus y plus z equals 9. Another x minus y plus z equals 2. And the last one is we have here 2x plus y minus 3z equals negative 5. So by solving this system by elimination method, it is pretty obvious that the answer is x equals 1, y equals 2, and z equals 3. Right? This is 2z here. 2z. That's right. So I'll be simulating the answers. Basically, so let's highlight our final answer here, which is letter C. That's right. So that's pretty much it. Moving on to the rational exponents. Excuse me. Let's say we want to find the product of two radical expressions. What is the product of, so when we say radical, we will use this first, and then insert the radical. We'll be using this, let's say fifth root of x the power of 3, and let's use this, another is, let's say the cube root of x squared. So expressing its answer into a rational exponent, it is basically x to the power of 19 over 15, right? Because it is just x to the power of 3 over 5 times x to the power of 2 over 3, which is basically proven, right? So I'll be now simulating the correct answer, the answers choices, I mean. that's pretty much it. So let's highlight our final answer, the correct answer I mean. So proceeding to the trigonometric ratios, let's say we have a right triangle ABC. So let's highlight this and turn into a equation format. That's right. Where B is a right angle. Where the hypotenuse AC equals 10 units. Our base BC equals 8 units. And our perpendicular perpendicular AB equals 6 units. If angle ABC, let's see it here. If we have an angle, that's right, it's here. Angle ABC, let's copy that. Angle ABC equals theta. Let's see it here. It's here. Theta. Then find tangent theta. It's here. Excuse me. So basically it is just a basic trigonometric ratios. So tangent theta equals opposite over adjacent. So basically we just have 6 over 8, which is 3 over 4. So simulating the answers, we have we have here 3 over 5. For our last choice, S is like this. Let's say we have 5 over 4. Since the correct answer is 3 over 4, let's highlight it. Excuse me. So moving on to sequence and series. Then number 7. Suppose we have, let's say, which of the following is the appropriate summation notation of the following arithmetic series. Let's say 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus dot 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 plus 101. Stop from here. So what do you think will be its summation notation? Obviously this is 50 terms, right? With the expression of 2n plus 1, where n is greater than or equal to 1. So therefore our answer is, wait, let's maximize the use of plausible distractors. I will reveal the answer later. Let's use the summation notation here. Large operator there. Let's say n equals 1 up to 100 of 2n minus 1. That's right. Let's use another operator. Say n equals 1 up to 50 of 2n plus 1. Excuse me. So our answer is letter B. That's the correct answer. So moving on to permutations, number 8. We have here, suppose we have 8 students. And they should be accommodated into, let's say, should be accommodated into a 2, 3 bed and 1, 2 bedrooms. So let's say, in how many ways can the students be accommodated? So what do you think, guys? So basically it is just, let's say, it's just 8 factorial over, since we have a 2, 3 bed, that's simply it is 3 factorial, 3 factorial, and a 1, 2 bedroom, 2 factorial. So it is basically, by computing it, it is basically 560 ways, right? That's correct. So that is our correct answer. So simulating the possible plausible distractors and the choices, let's have here. Anyways, just remember, let's maximize always the use of the equation format in the choices. 500 ways. Let's say we have 550 ways. Letter C, 560 ways. Letter D, let's say we have 600 ways. So let's highlight the correct answer. We have 560 ways, right? So proceeding to the limit of a function, so basically let's say find the limit, you can insert directly the limits here. Limit of, let's say, as x approaches 1 directly, you have here arrows. X approaches 1, what function do we use? Let's say, let's get a more tricky one. You have here x squared minus 1 over x minus 1. So what makes it tricky, it is because if you directly plug in the value of x, it will yield an undefined or indeterminate result, 0 over 0. So we'll use factoring or the L'Hopital's rule. So by factoring, we have here x squared minus 1 is equal to, let's demonstrate it. Let's say x squared minus 1 is equal to x plus 1 times x minus 1. So as you can see here, the numerator x plus 1 times x minus 1, you can cancel out the denominator, the numerator, and the remaining will be only x plus 1. So it will yield into the limit of x plus 1 as x approaches 1. Right. So I will simulate the answers. Let's say we have 0, 1, 2, 3. So let's highlight 2 since this is the correct answer. So moving on to our last item, integral of a polynomial. So let's say, what is the integral of, you can just add the integral structure here. You have your integral, and since we are using the indefinite integral, this is it. Let's say we have x to the power of 4 or x cubed. Let's say x cubed plus 4x squared plus 5 dx. That's right. So basically, to answer this, we will just be using the power rule. You know what power rule is, right? Power rule is basically integral of x excuse me, x to the power of n dx equals is equal to x to the power of n plus 1 over n plus 1 plus c. Right. So this is the power rule. So by applying this in our item, the result will be x to the power of 3 plus 1 is 4, and n to the n plus 1, 3 plus 1 equals 4. Right, so for the next term, use this fraction, and for 2 plus x to the power of 2 plus 1 is x cubed. Let's use x cubed, cube over 3. And the integral of constant is simply multiplying by x, and don't forget the constant. So this is the correct answer. So simulating the other answers, let's say we have Excuse me. I'm just simply simulating the possible choices by maximizing the plausible distractors. That is, well, let's say we have here 4x4. No, let's say 3x to the power of 4. So here, let's say 3x to the 4 over 4 plus, let's use some fractions. I know, let's say 4. Let's say x cubed. Where is it? X cubed plus 5. Let's maximize the plausible distractors as possible, as frequent as possible. What do you think? Let's say 5x, 5x, no, yes, 5x squared plus x cubed plus 4 plus c. So let's highlight our correct answer, which is letter A. And that's pretty much it, our 10 item multiple choice quiz. So I hope you learn and gain something from me in maximizing the use of Microsoft Word in making a multiple choice quiz with the use of equation format. So as you can see, it is pretty presentable, unlike the other quiz structure that is not using an equation format, right? So it is pretty good to see, and it is pretty enjoyable to construct such quiz or exams or activities. So this is it. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much, everyone, and God bless.